Let's make this episode a special one by just being ourselves and loving ourselves just the way we are. Let go. Okay, today we have Angela Stanton King on here with Pierre, talking about the part I'm gonna listen to is the part about President Donald J. Trump and Camilla. Let's go.
Angela Stanton.
King.
King. Okay. King. All right. Dash King. Right. I know if women do that sometimes. Why don't you give it a Stanton? Just say Angela King.
I mean, because I kind of had a name before King, and a lot of people remember me as Stanton, but King is also a part of it as well.
Okay. All right. That's what we're doing. Okay.
That's what we're doing.
That's what we're doing. All right. Let's get right into it. I ain't wasting no damn time with your ass.
Don't waste no time. Let's
Here
do
it
it.
is. Do we like or dislike Kamala?
I mean, I don't think it's about disliking or liking her as a person,
Okay.
but maybe disliking her policies.
Okay. That's what it is.
That's exactly what it is.
And you just heard her policies recently, or are we talking about the history of what she's done? What are we talking about?
I mean, I'm
here?
talking about the whole campaign that she's running on. I mean, if you want to try me on anything,
I'm not trying.
I'm
Let's
here.
start it. Yeah, oh, that's
I mean,
what we're here for. Come on now,
Yeah,
Miss King. Okay.
I mean, I just think,
Right.
I don't know when you're ready for me to get started.
Well, we can start now. I mean,
Okay,
hold on.
well, I mean,
Okay.
she's running a whole campaign on a reproductive rights tour.
Oh well, you're right. You don't like that, right? But
I just feel like American women, especially black women, deserve more than abortion. Like,
but
nobody.
they should have their right to have what they want.
Hey,
Okay, I want to do so. I probably should have said this at the beginning, but I had never heard of this lady. I just came across this. I was watching some Pierre stuff and I came across it. So, and I haven't watched this. So,
reproductive rights is not what it seems to be. Like, I got pregnant when I was 15. Nobody had to give me the right to reproduce, right? So they're not fighting for their right to reproduce. They're fighting for the right to kill what they reproduce. Let's be clear. This is a reproductive rights to kill tour. Right.
Well, right.
And I don't support it.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Right. But I think women should have the right to do what they
Well,
want to
you're
their
a
body.
man.
Right. Well, it's their body. Well, women told me it's their body.
Well,
So,
we had
you know.
this conversation
Right.
before. You
All
and
right.
your mother don't have the same body. So if it was their body,
Right.
they'd be the one being aborted.
Like I said, it's your body, your choice.
No, it's actually
You
not.
you'll talk to God. Yes, it is.
Hey,
know,
well, if you
yeah.
support black genocide, then that's on you.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. How have you learned? I'm more. You look.
If you
can
support,
look at
if you
one way
got
or
an
the other.
excuse for
You can look at it
supporting
one way or the other
genocide,
way.
because see, on November 5th, what's finna happen is we getting ready to have a whole race of people that say Black Lives Matter vote to abort their own race. That's what's finna happen on November 5th.
That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Come on, man. What you call Roe versus Wade was a long time ago, and we've lived through that. We've had those choices for a long time. Like
So
this
then
year's
why
the
are
first
we
year.
even running on a reproductive rights tour? Abortion shouldn't even be the issue. We got people that's homeless. We got people
Right,
that's
you're absolutely
dying
right.
from
Right,
illness.
right.
We got, issues with illegal immigration.
Well, we
like,
run on
why
because
is
the
a
Supreme
campaign
Court just overturned
surrounded?
it. So that's why we
I
run
mean,
it. It was
and,
good.
and
we
it
were
was
doing it
on
for years.
Kamala's and Joe Biden's watch. I mean, it happened during their 4 years in office. So, I mean,
Yeah,
that
but-
and affirmative action.
Yeah, but she didn't. They didn't pick the Supreme Court justices like your boy
there
did.
are 9 Supreme Court justices.
Right,
Y'all can
right,
blame 3
right,
all
right.
you want.
Well,
It's
okay. Well,
just an
3 helped. Well,
excuse.
3 helped.
Hey,
Right, well,
Joe
3
Biden
helped.
should have appointed some.
Well, 3 helped. Okay.
Right.
And it's funny because you was. Are we back with Trump now? We liking Trump again?
I
We back?
never stopped liking him.
Oh, man, let me turn some of this stuff off. What?
I never stopped
you-
liking him. I just worked for RFK.
Because you was like, I can't rock with Trump
I
no
said
more.
Republicans. I never said Trump.
But you said you couldn't rock with Trump no more.
I never said
could've
Trump. I said Republicans. There's a difference between Trump and the
Well,
Republican
why'd you
Party.
stay with Trump then? Why'd you go with what's the name?
I'm an independent now, and plus RFK, he needed me. Trump didn't need me. RFK needed me.
Well, if he didn't need you, you was stomping and kicking boots for Trump for a
Yeah,
long
I mean,
time.
why
He don't
not?
need
He
you.
freed black men and women from prison. I was one of them. Why not?
So we doing
I can't
now.
name one person Kamala or Joe Biden is free from prison.
Camilla.
And a
I'm
lot
just
of
saying.
okay.
I mean,
Well, hold
y'all,
on.
Black
hold on.
Lives Matter.
No. Hold on. His time ain't up. Usually people free toward the end of their thing. Let's be honest. He didn't free you when he
Trump
first
freed
started.
all throughout his tenure. Right.
Yeah, a lot of crooked
What?
people, crooked people that he was
Man,
rocking
say
with.
what you want. Y'all support convicted
Yeah.
felons until it's Trump. If it's a rapper, y'all
I
can't wait
don't.
to buy a ticket.
I don't.
If it's a shoe or outfit, and we can't wait. I mean, if a rapper want to get up and say,
Yeah.
vote or die with
Yeah.
1,000 bottles of baby oil, everybody going to vote or die.
Ooh.
Yeah, well-
Ooh. Oh. No. I did hear a little bit of what she was saying, but I ain't heard. That's what made me want to watch it. Because yeah, she was coming with it, but god damn.
Who's helping these young kids? Okay, how do you feel about these young black males who are doing the most in these streets? What is the solution to stop that? What's the big solution?
Well, first of all, we got to get all the way back to the root of the problem.
Okay,
And the root of the problem that we have is there's no value of life.
true that.
So don't nothing else matter. I mean, and I just posted a post today about a young girl who was shouting out her abortion, and she was just so happy to have a choice to abort. I mean, there's no value in life. The womb is supposed to be the safest place for a baby, and in America, it's the most dangerous place for a baby.
Damn.
And I think that if mothers don't value the lives that they create, right, just us as women, then I just think we're a lost cause. Like, there's just no value for life. So we don't have any morals anymore. We don't have, like, everything has gone out the window. And I mean, and we can see it.
Yeah,
got
voting for a
stuck.
convicted felon to be the president again. You're
Oh.
right.
I was a
It's-
convicted
yeah,
felon.
yeah.
Look how much I did for my
Well,
community.
okay, so like you said, we don't value life. We don't value shit hitting
I
the
mean,
fan.
we know a lot of
Things
convicted
hit the fan.
felons.
Shit hit the fan, right.
Jesus was a convicted felon.
Okay.
Martin Luther King went to
hold on.
jail.
You just made a statement. You said
You can't
we
convince
support
me
rappers.
on a-
We support rappers who
Right.
convicted felons. Well, what's wrong with that? They're convicted felons.
And I can't support Trump.
I'm cool with that. So don't get mad at us or people who convicted support
I'm
convicted
not
felon
mad.
rappers.
I'm
Right.
saying be
Yeah.
fair. Don't pick and choose
Yeah.
when you want to support a convicted felon.
Well, you know what? Me listening to a convicted felon doing rapping is different than somebody can change some stuff in my life as a president. You know,
Oh,
to push
well,
it
I
back
went
down.
in and changed the law. I was a convicted felon, and it was for the
Yeah,
betterment
but-
of our
right,
people.
Right, but for the betterment of our people. Dude
Yeah.
ain't doing it for the betterment of our people.
I mean, he
man.
did it because I asked.
That's the only reason you think he did it?
That's the only reason that mattered to me, as long as it was done. I mean, you know, we gotta, regardless of who gets in, right? So let's say Kamala and Joe Biden wins.
Kamala.
Then I'm not gonna be against any of my brothers and sisters that have favor with that
China.
administration that can go in and get something done on behalf of our people. And if Trump and RFK get in, guess what? I've got a open door to walk in and get some things done on behalf of us. So it don't matter who in office. What matters is that we got a voice that's representing us, and everybody is not willing to go into a Trump White House or a RFK White House, you know. And I've done it before and actually walked away with real results. So I think that I would be doing a disservice not only to myself, but also doing a disservice to my community if for whatever reason they did get in and I have the favor with them that I have, and I did not go in to get things done on our behalf. So you just gotta, like they used to say back in the day, you gotta get in where you fit in.
right.
And this is just where my favor happens to be. So it's not that I'm a traitor to my people. I get in trouble all the time because I represent us. It don't matter what table I'm at. It could be a Republican, independent. It don't matter. I'm fighting for us and what I believe that we need. And I think that we have to begin to understand as a people that we need a voice at every table, right? Because politics are supposed to be bipartisan, right?
Sure,
So
sure.
if even if we don't, you know, like Republicans or whatever, they still hold a majority of the vote. Somebody got to go in there and tell them, well, this is why we need this. Like somebody has to be able to be a voice to represent us on that side. And that's just where my favor at. And I'm not going to throw it away or give it away because of emotions. I'm going to walk in the favor that God has given me and try to make something happen for us regardless.
Why do you think, you know, even to this day, a lot of black people aren't down with the
That's like law enforcement. Law enforcement can't just be one way. It has to be blacks, whites, Chinese, Mexicans, everybody need to be in there. Can't let one dominate one thing.
Republican Party? Is it because they don't see themselves there? Because, you know, now no more black people going behind Trump when he's talking.
Right.
But the first time he ran, it was all white behind him.
I think that And I mean, it depends on where Kamala go. I mean, and Tim Walz, they got a lot of white people behind them too. A lot of white liberals, you know, that support the black genocide of abortion, knowing that 80% of abortion clinics are in black communities. Like I've said it before, we get abortion clinics, they get fertility clinics, and it's something that we got to wake up to, because our community, we see white supremacy in everything except abortion. And it's easy for us to research this history about Margaret Sanger, about the strategic placement of their clinics, about the Negro Project, about Title X funding. All of this stuff is readily at our hands. So what we have to do is, I think there's going to come a time where the collective, we're going to have to come together and we're going to have to say, damn, choosing a side. We need to vibe for the policies that are best for us, because what we're seeing right now, whether you happy with a red side or a blue side, we seeing that illegal immigrants, right, for whatever reason, are getting far more benefits than American citizens. And that's just the honest to God truth. I mean, we watched them give billions and billions of dollars to Ukraine, and then the people in North Carolina, and I don't care if they're white or black, they're American, they only get $750, and then they don't even have the internet up there in the mountains to even be able to apply for the services that they need. I mean, you'll see Kamala Harris with a Hot Wheels abortion bus taking it to the hood in Chicago and going on a abortion tour at HBCU colleges, but I don't see that same.
Tour. I'm gonna call it a freedom of choice.
I mean, well, I don't see that message being taken to Yale or Dartmouth. Like, why is it just the HBCUs? And we don't even see abortion clinics at the border. So I have a real issue with, you know, American women, and particularly young black women, childbearing age women, like at our colleges, you know, being given this liberation of choice. But when it comes to the border or people crossing the border, hey, we got you, we got your family, we'll take care of y'all. But black women, we too poor to have our children. We suffering. We ain't got enough money. Okay, well, where this money gonna come from? All of these people that came together and raised over $1 billion for Kamala, for us to sit up and listen to Kamala Harris and Oprah Winfrey tell us how we poor.
To make some moves.
I mean, she's been in for the past 4 years.
No, it's not the same.
There's a video of her saying that she's been very active in every decision that Joe Biden has made. I mean, that's what a vice president is for. They consult each other. Like, if I can go in with Kim Kardashian and get a law changed without ever holding a seat in office, don't tell me that Kamala Harris can't do anything. I went by myself because Kim didn't have a baby chain to her bed. It don't matter. She has influence. Kamala Harris could have. Used her platform to call for a stay when Marcellus Williams was just executed. Kim Kardashian's done it all the time. I've done it. You didn't see one post from Kamala Harris about Marcellus Williams. You haven't seen anything from Kamala Harris in regards to Sonya Massey.
I'm gonna do some work. I'm gonna do some work when Trump was in office. Did he help anybody?
He actually made the murder of George Floyd. He made it a hate crime. Okay. Called for the FBI to investigate it. Okay, that's one thing. He did the same thing with Ahmaud Arbery. Okay, I actually was at the FBI conference and called for the arrest of Derek Chauvin, the only nigga at the FBI conference in Minneapolis. So it's like, don't get it twisted because we may be on different sides politically. I can no longer be a Democrat because the Democrat Party of today is not the same Democrat Party that it was when my grandmother and my mother was supporting it, right? These issues that they have now, you know, with full-term abortion, that's something I cannot support, especially knowing the factual basis that 20 million black lives have been aborted since Roe v. Wade was passed, and it was passed on a lie. Because the white lady, Jane Doe, said that she was raped by 4 black men. She was never raped by 4 black men, and she never even had an abortion. So we have seen, like, even when I look at my family, I put up a picture the other day of my grandmother and her 10 children, and people were like, wow, we never see family pictures like that anymore. Well, that's because of abortion. We were at 13%. We were at 13%.
The father ain't in the home a lot of time. They get incarcerated.
We're aborting
that.
them. We were at 13% of the population in 1973 when Roe v. Wade was passed. It is 2024. We are still at 13% of the population. Every other demographic that has come here has excelled and passed us, and it is because of the strategic placement of abortion clinics. Like it's not that these black people weren't created.
Right.
They were
They just okay right there. Nothing else to say, huh?
created. They were just aborted. Right. So we're aborting our future. We're constantly crying about being an oppressed minority, right? But we can never be the majority if we're having over 45% of all the abortions happening in the U.S. and we're only 13% of the population. But out of that 13% of the population, only 7% are childbearing age women, black women. So we got all of these abortions taking place and the black maternal health crisis. Like, we're in trouble. And you can't say, like that situation with Amanda Thurman that happened here in Georgia, the young lady who took the abortion pill to abort twins, and then it left some of the residue of the baby inside of her. She developed sepsis and she passed away, right? They're actually using that as an excuse to say or to call for more abortions. Like, abortion is not safe.
Right. Well, yeah, I know, but not doing it at home with a pill ain't either. You know,
they was doing it at home with a hanger. That's why they passed it.
I get
it's
how you
never
feel.
safe.
I get how you feel about abortion. But let's talk about, you just mentioned Ukraine. Do you understand how this works with allies?
I don't give a damn about no allies. I don't give a damn. Let me tell you something.
If we don't have allies in Russia and North Korea,
did you see the video of the Ukraine president with the black leotard on and the high heels twirling around and dancing with his ass tooted up in the air? And you sitting up here telling me about some allies, and we done sent all of these people billions and billions of dollars. And here Auntie Angie is on your show, still begging for help and support to help black women.
I get that part of it.
They're telling to abort, but they're choosing
back
to
on
keep
that again.
their baby.
I get that.
But why can't we get support for the American people?
Like, we can.
It's the American tax dollars.
PPP loans?
What do we got to do with Ukraine?
Man, you just said why we get money over there. There's reasons why. Because
why they don't send no money over here?
Because they're small enough. They ain't got it right now.
Let me ask you a question.
Russia about to take over their ass, and then what's going to happen? They're going to creep over.
What the hell they got to do with us?
One day it's going to be us.
Let me ask you a question.
Military-wise.
It's going to be us when Kamala Harris go in, because let me tell you something about the leaders in Russia and China.
All right.
First of all, women ain't never been respected, and black women definitely ain't going to be respected. You think Kim Jong and what's his name, Putin going to respect Kamala Harris?
Because a woman is not respected, she can't get a job?
No.
Get out of here with that.
Do you think that when it comes to foreign wars,
I don't give a fuck.
Do you really think that Kim Jong-un and Putin are going to respect or even acknowledge anything that Kamala Harris has said?
I bet you they will.
When has a woman, right, or anybody black ever been respected in Russia or China? Let's just be for real.
It doesn't matter.
Okay, you just talking.
You know what I'm saying? Why do you say because you're a woman they ain't gonna respect us?
Does it matter if Putin or Kim Jong-un respect a woman or not? Does that matter? I think it does. What do you think?
So she can't have the job. Yeah, don't ever do that.
Why we got women's rights?
You always will be in a situation.
Why we got women's rights?
Why
do we have DEI?
You'll always be down here. You'll always be down here if you believe women ain't got no.
We're not talking about a belief. We're talking about facts.
Things change all the time.
Not over there.
Things change. No, you know what?
That ain't America, baby.
Right. It doesn't matter.
It ain't America. They don't go
so
by
we should have
what
a
we
female
go
president
by.
because we scared about how they feel.
We should. I don't want a female president. Period. Look what feminism has done to this country.
I don't get.
Why would I want a female president?
Why not?
Look at what feminism has done to our families.
Girl, I'm gonna turn some
you
of this stuff
just
off.
talking about men no longer in the family. Yeah, because women are all strong and men.
Hold on. She like this ass up. Like for real. Well.
Manly feeling like they don't need a man no more.
And women are handling their business too.
How they handling their business?
There's a lot of women who run companies.
How?
BET,
when they done broke down their sons and got their sons around here talking about they want to be women. The man need to be back in the home.
Yeah. But why did the men leave? Because they spineless.
Well, maybe because of Joe Biden's 94 crime bill.
It's not about George Biden.
I'm just saying we want to talk about Trump all the time, not apologizing for the Central Park 5. Let's talk about Joe Biden not apologizing for the 94 crime bill. He never did. How much you want to bet?
Yes, he did.
In fact, he said, I'm not going to apologize. Yes, he did.
Google it.
Right. Okay, super predator.
We're gonna have to Google that. I'm gonna have to find that out if he did or not.
All right.
All
That's all
right,
good.
let's keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you plead that.
I'm voting for
She
Trump
believes
and
that women
RFK.
can't
Right,
run the
no
country.
more.
or
No,
women
they
do
can't.
what?
A women can
Ooh.
barely run their house.
Ooh, you hear that?
Yeah.
In the
Get
comments.
mad about it.
In the
I don't
comments.
care. It's
Yeah,
the
in
honest
the
to God.
Oh, God damn. She lighting him up. She's like Thor or something. Whoever the lightning god is.
Truth. And I have been a woman, and I have
You have?
raised 5 children. Well, I'm still a woman.
Oh,
I've
okay.
raised 5 children, right? And I'm saying that there is if it takes a man and a woman to make a baby,
You right?
right? Because
Okay.
women don't get pregnant on their own.
Okay.
Then obviously something should tell us that it should take a man and a woman to balance that child out, to raise that child.
Right.
That child needs half, 50-50, right?
Right, sure.
So we've messed up
Right.
somewhere along the line.
Many men have
And
left.
and
Many men
hold
have
on,
left.
Hold on. Let's talk about
Many
it for a
men.
minute, right? Are we blaming men for leaving?
Well,
I mean, if
some
if,
reasons there
hold
are.
on, but
Some
if I'm
which need
a
to be
woman, I'm liberated by freedom of choice, right? If I don't want the baby, I get to kill the baby, right? And I get praised for it. But if a man don't want a baby and he walk away, then all of a sudden he a dead.
Ain't nobody praising nobody
All
get
of a
abortion.
sudden, wait a minute, hold on. No, they are.
No,
No,
they
they
are.
are.
Where?
They're advocating for. They shouting out their abortion.
No,
Look
they-
up Oprah Winfrey.
No, they give
Shout
them a
out
right
your
to do
abortion.
it. They give you a choice. but
Shout
they don't
out
praise.
your
Anybody
a
clap
choice
you,
to
girl,
do
you got
what?
abortion, girl. You
A
got
cho-
abortion.
They
Go ahead,
are.
girl. You got
They
abortion.
are.
Come on,
And
man.
they paying for it. But if a man doesn't want the baby, right? Then he a deadbeater. You get to go lock him up, put him in jail, drag him every month with a child abandonment warrant. The government makes a man be responsible for the
they
life that he
shouldn't.
creates. They shouldn't.
A man should be responsible
If
anyway.
this all about
the government shouldn't force you to be
but a
responsible.
woman
You
shouldn't.
made the child.
A woman shouldn't.
What do you mean?
What
A woman
about
shouldn't?
her? She shouldn't be responsible if
course,
she makes
yeah,
a
no,
child.
you're right. And she are.
No,
Most
she gets
are.
to go kill the baby if she don't want the baby. Oh, you don't want to talk
Hold on.
about that.
What about the ones that
You don't wanna
hold on.
talk about that.
What about the ones that go to full term
don't
and
wanna
keep the
talk
kid?
about that.
They have the kid, and she
Right.
has to raise the kid because the father left.
Right. What
Because he don't
about
wanna
the
be around
father
her.
that wants the baby? Right,
I
but
know.
she decides
Right,
she gonna
right,
kill the baby
right,
just
right.
to
You're
be
right,
spiteful
you're right.
and hurt the
You
father.
damn right. She
But
should go
we
to jail.
talking about
She should go to
equality.
jail. She
We
should
should
go
go.
to
To, listen, killing the baby is killing the baby. You can't pick and choose
You
when
can-
it's
yes, you
okay to
can.
kill a baby.
Hold on. It's no different than picking. Hold on. Picking and choosing murder to kill somebody. If you're trying to kill me, I'm gonna kill you. But if you're not trying to kill me, I just kill you.
Who
you
the
can pick
baby
and
trying to
choose.
kill?
You can pick and choose a lot of stuff.
Who the baby trying to
The
kill?
woman has a right. It's her
The
body.
woman shouldn't have a right.
And if a guy leaves,
A woman, a black
raise it.
woman shouldn't even want a right to execute her own black baby. First of all, let's go there. Because how you gonna blame white
You
people
get raped.
for white
How do you get raped?
supremacy?
How do you get
My
raped?
grandmother was raped.
Okay.
And she had my father. And if she hadn't had him, I wouldn't be here. And neither would any of my
I get
children.
that. I get
And a
that.
lot of our people were raped during the days of slavery. That's where me and you came from, them high yellows, right? That they used to talk about. Remember, we was the house niggas while they was out in the field, right? We was in the
Hey, well, what if your mama had got an abortion? You wouldn't even be here. Fucking with Biden them. Your ass would be on the end of the hanger.
house, because why? Our daddies was white. They raped our mama, so we got special privileges. A lot of lineages have been created from rape, and we use
That's
rape
not a
as
good
hold
thing.
on.
That's not a good thing.
It may not be a good thing, but
talking
let's
about?
be honest about it, right?
What the
But 99% of abortions are not rape.
This is our snow crab meat. 100% real, grade A,
Oh,
and
like
hand
this
extracted from the most desired.
Yeah.
I know, but the ones that are.
Okay, so you're using 1% to justify killing
I'm not-
99%
who says
that are just
1%?
pure. Only 1% of abortions are from rape.
Still.
Only one still. And you can listen. We hear about abortion all the time. We don't never hear about the rapist. If you can kill the baby, why you can't kill the rapist?
I ain't got a problem with that.
Eliminate the rapist.
I ain't got.
Why
so
are we
you okay with
seeing
killing
all
certain
these
people,
high-
but not certain people?
Hey, you okay with killing innocent babies that ain't did nothing? So why we can't
No.
kill the person
Yeah.
responsible for it?
Yeah.
You're right about that. I believe
Okay,
killing him.
that's
yeah,
what
you
I'm
raping him.
saying. And so we got all of these high numbers of
son.
abortion, but we don't see these rapists getting locked up.
Now, son,
We see all of these women
young
having
girls
abortions,
got babies they
but
can't
we
handle.
don't see
They
all these
17 years
faces
old,
being
16
flashed
years old
across.
with a baby.
I had a baby at
Too
16.
young. You an anomaly.
Your mama
You're part of
probably
the
had
1%.
one of her
You're
kids
probably-
at 16
you're
or 17. A lot. We got some sisters.
He say you an anomaly.
sisters and some aunties and some cousins had babies at 16 and 7.
Yes.
Come on now.
Yeah, hold on. You're naming the good situation. What about the ones that
Come on
mess their
now.
schooling up? They don't know how to raise a child. They're only 15 years old.
And you gonna say
that?
what you're all of those are important factors, but what you're saying is that child is not deserving of life because of the parents' circumstances. And what I'm saying is everybody that I know was born into a bad circumstance, and over 80% of us are successful.
Okay, but
Okay,
what about the 20%?
poverty is not an excuse to terminate Black life.
I'm not saying that.
Poverty is not an excuse. And close your legs, swallow, jack, get a dildo, put a condom on. Birth control exists. Like pregnancy can be prevented. There's a reason why they promote promiscuity, right? And they promote abortions the way that they do, because nobody has walking out of the abortion clinic with the baby's remains. Like when we want to get real down and nasty to what's really going on, right? Like we talking about organ harvesting. What are they doing with all of those aborted babies when the woman gets up off of the table and leaves out of the clinic? Because I don't know one woman that's left out of the abortion clinic with her baby's remains.
Right.
If you go to the hospital and you have...
What do they do with the old babies? What do they do with the aborted babies? I ain't never thought about it. I hope she might be finna tell what happened. I don't know. I had to look it up too. Google.
A miscarriage, right? They'll tell you call the funeral home or whatever. They give you the baby's remains. You go, you have a funeral. What they doing with all of them aborted babies? Why are we putting so much money into abortion when we could be putting that money into pregnancy prevention?
I like that.
If you can turn a man into a woman, I know you can tie and untie some tubes. I know you can clip some nuts and sew them back up. So pregnancy prevention is a real thing.
I believe in that. I agree with that. Put money into that.
But the government doesn't.
Well, okay. Well, then
right,
that's
because something sinister
I'll
is
run
going on
I'll help
behind the
that
scenes.
out. But I still believe a woman should have a choice. Come on now.
Well, you should have a choice too then. If a woman should have a choice to kill the baby when she don't want it, a man should have a choice to abandon the baby when he don't want it.
Hell, man.
Please, equality. That's what they fighting for.
Yeah. Well, all
right.
You had a choice.
Angela Stanton King. God damn. She hard.
And you took it to go to some of them P. Diddy parties.
I never been to a P. Diddy party.
Come on now.
I'm free and clear on that one. I will got to check your record though. I've never been to a Diddy party.
Oily.
A 50-foot bed is crazy though. Like, I don't know what happened. Listen, man, Diddy, I ain't got nothing. I'm praying for everybody. That's not my situation.
Is that what you're doing? Now, have you ever been in a situation that you felt uncomfortable at a party or situation around?
Of course. I've been drugged before. Had something dropped in my drink before.
Damn. Wow.
It happens a lot. You got to be really careful. You got to pay attention. This is when I was much younger and experienced, but I have had that experience before.
Right.
And just losing consciousness and can't stay awake, can't remember where you are. So, I mean... A lot of people have experienced that, so it's not something that's out of the norm.
Right.
We got to be careful.
Well, I've never been drugged. I've been to some parties, but if I see something, my motto is this: when there's more penises than vaginas in the room, I got to go.
Got to go.
Yeah, I look around like, hold up, wait a minute.
That's a sign.
Yeah. Well, who do you think who's to blame for that kind of stuff? You think the entertainment companies entertainment being quiet about it? For so long, they don't want to say nothing.
Well, I think that a lot of people knew, and a lot of people know what's been going on for a long time. And I think that silence is violence. It's kind of like the same thing in our families. A lot of us have dealt with, sexual molestation and stuff like that. And the families always swept stuff under the rug because they wanted to protect the provider in the family, or even in the churches, them wanting to protect the preacher. This is the same thing. And I think that people have been silent for far too long, and it's gone. When you don't say anything or you don't correct the behavior, then we empower them, and they become monsters, and they continue to repeat the same behavior over and over again. So I think we're all to be held accountable. Because when we go back now and we look at tapes and we listen to some of the lyrics that Biggie Smalls was saying in his raps, it was there all the time. We just wasn't paying attention. Somebody played a Biggie Smalls song for me the other day, and I was like, ain't no way I didn't hear that. Like, where was my mind?
Ben said that. Now, down south, what's that lyric? You look so good, make me wanna do some. Yeah, see, that was a long time ago.
Right.
And we're so enchanted, by the beats, because the beats
Right.
sound
Sure,
good.
sure.
And we're not even paying attention.
to the
And
wor-
the
to the
truth
words.
has been hiding in plain sight the whole time.
I just think, I mean, I don't know. Do you? The question is, do you blame the predator or do you blame the circumstances around that makes the predator stronger?
Well, I've learned over time, dealing with my own personal life, dealing with sexual abuse, and then going to get.
All right. That's Miss Angela Stanton King, and Pierre. I heard just a little portion of her talking about the politics, so that's um what I wanted to hear. Um, I'm pretty sure it's a great rest of the interview, but I just want to hear about the political part of it. So, um, but the rest, if you would like to watch it, it's on Pierre's website. What's the name of it? Comic Pierre. Yeah. If you found this video entertaining, maybe I gave you some information, please like, share, subscribe to the channel, comment. Um, yeah. Love yourself, treat yourself, don't beat yourself. Love yourself. Holla.